Welcome back to the Hawkeye Garage. I'm Joe. We've got the 4Runner back in, dealing with all of that front end stuff that I showed you guys in the last video, or one of the last videos. It's hot and sweaty. We spent last night completely tearing down the front end of it, which I'm sure you'll see. And we are at the point where we are starting to put things back together, thankfully. Got Joe behind the camera filming, and I think he's going to do some editing, so you guys are in a treat for that. Chris is here learning, since the FJ is exactly the same underneath the front end. So he's been helping me with that, and it's been going pretty good. We had to cut the cam bolts for the lower control arms. We expected that. We had to cut one of the shock bolts. We didn't really expect to have to do that, but that's not a big deal. And right now I am fitting up the cam alignment blocks, tabs, from Trail Gear so that I can burn those onto the chassis. And then we actually can start putting things back together. Stay tuned.
Yep. Oh, it's not gonna leak, Joe says.
Your first problem was listening to me.
Alright, just set that right there.
Yeah, I think it's leaking.
Just a little dribble. Just a little dribble.
It's just diff oil. I mean, it's not going to get everywhere.
Smells so good. Yeah, so this axle shaft is newer. I didn't replace that, but it's definitely newer.
Coming.
We're going.
You want that blanket under there further?
Ah,
But we were right in the wind frame too. There it goes.
I told you it was
Alright,
going to
go ahead and
leak.
lift it up now.
Okay.
A little brute force
is always helpful. Thank you.
Did they for that?
I don't know if it's for that, but it needed to go through it. Right?
Nice.
So, did you get both washers?
We interrupt this program for a special news bulletin.
Quite the delivery. Thank you.
Coffee to go.
Yeah, now we're getting some. That was a good idea.
It's not a bad looking cup either.
Right?
Matches your hat.
That's right.
Get a cup of coffee.
Great success. I can't believe that's all those things are held on by.
Spot weld?
They're tinies, and they're like they're pinch welds, like seam welds.
Okay.
Even. I have no idea how many videos this is going to turn into. And a lot of what I say you'll probably just end up cutting out because it's just going to be fluff. Or muting me and double timing it for B-roll.
Or letting you ramble and then adding my own subtitles.
That would be even better. That's like Top Gear style.
Yeah.
Tabs are, these are the trail gear from, I bought them from All Pro. They are supposed to fit 4th gen, 4Runner, all of the 2nd and 3rd gen Tacomas, and GXs. I did notice, Joe, I don't know if you can zoom in here, on these front ones, you can see they stick out past the chassis. And since Chris's FJ is here and Joe's Tacoma is here, I just went out and looked real quick. The cam alignment situation is the same, but this factory bracket is bigger on the Tacoma, so it sticks out further. The FJ is not, but it shouldn't be a problem. It's just a beefier tab, so we'll weld all the way around it. And yeah, clean these up, hit them with some weld-through primer. And then, of course, you have to weld these together on your own. Weld-through primer is always, I don't know, good for corrosion, and it will weld, but it's really dirty. So we're gonna need to clean that off.
Ew!
Nasty.
Get that out of your way. Oh, okay.
Well, we are ready to start putting the fun stuff on. We've got all of the alignment cam hardware welded in. That took a decently long time just because it's tedious. The diff is bolted back in, and we are ready to, I think the next step is probably put the new lower control arm in with all of the new hardware. So we'll get that, probably put axle shaft, tie rod ends, upper control arm, and then the strut assembly. So it's hot. And how dirty do I even look?
Ew.
Oh my gosh. I've hosed myself off literally with the hose because I was just covered in slag and grinding dust. So back to it. Get all this really snug, and we'll probably go back and torque it all down after the suspension. Excellent.
Is that the right side strap?
Yes. I'm going to attempt to punch a couple holes in the bottom of these boots. So basically we just use the whole suspension to compress the strut assembly so that we can, we got the top hat through and the 3 bolts started for that, and then you can see the top bolt for the strut coming up there. We're probably gonna have to keep going because we need to put that rubber stop on and that washer before we can start the nut. Go ahead and give it a couple more turns there. All right, hold on. Now, more or less, we have an installed strut assembly. Nothing's tight, obviously, but it is all in place. And that was really easy. That's the first time I've done a strut that way. So, moving on. Well, we are going to end this video here. It's probably been a long video. We have a lot more work to do. Lots of nuts and bolts and just assembling things, but hopefully at this point all of the really difficult stuff is behind us. And let's face it, you guys got to see the cool stuff going, all of the struts and the control arms and stuff. So I'm gonna finish up putting all of it together, probably off camera. Maybe I'll make a little B-roll for you guys next time. And in the next video, or at least the next video featuring the suspension, it'll all be done. And I'll be able to kind of tell you height-wise where we're at, because I may still need to dial that in. I can tell you how the parts are working, how it's riding, and then of course after that we'll have all kinds of videos talking about how it drives and how it rides and stuff. So if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy the Toyotas. Hit the notification bell so you'll see automatically every Sunday when I do upload a video. Follow the links down below in the description over to Instagram and Facebook, because as usual I'm posting a lot more content over there during the week. And if you have any detailed questions, feel free to email me, hawkeyeskunkworks@gmail.com. Feel free to leave comments below. I get back to all of them, and there's a lot of great people subscribed to this channel that might have some good information for any questions that you might have. So until next time, thank you for watching. Take care. Goodbye.